Hi, I'm back with a part 2. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out. It's all of my body tattoos. You can't see, that was just a sock. I will say in part 1, I did forget one behind my ear. I don't know if it's this, I think it's this ear. I got that also for Taylor Swift, same as my lover tattoo. I also got this done in Australia, I believe in Sydney. We're gonna start with my finger tattoos and then work our way up. Also ignore this painting back here just sitting here. I'm working on a collage. I have a little flame right here just because I'm an Aries, so that reminds me of my fiery personality. Also on the inside of the same finger, I have my very first tattoo that I got ever. It's so poorly done now. It blew out quite a lot. If I can find a picture when I first got it, this is what it looked like when I first got it, and this is what it looks like now. It looks really bad right now. It looks like I did it like with a Sharpie. That was my first tattoo ever, so I don't regret it at all. It just looks like I did it with a Sharpie. My ring is covering a little bit, so there may be an indent, but I have a star on my pointer finger. That was also done in Australia. Then on my fist, I don't even know what you'd call this. Then on the back of my hand, I don't know why I'm doing an accent, I have a little guy. I got this done in New Zealand when I was there in Auckland. This one is for my mom. She used to draw this little guy on my napkins when I would go to school and say have a great day. She would draw on all of my birthday cards. It's one of the only things I think she knows how to draw. She had sent me this and been like, you remember this? You should get this tattooed as a joke. And that same day, I went in and I got it done, and then I sent her a picture, or I think I FaceTimed her, and I was like, look, I got it.
Oh, Lord have mercy on your hands. What is it?
It's a little guy. She draws all the time.
Oh, just a little guy?
Yeah.
That's our little monster. They're like girls. No.
That one's for my mom. That one means a lot to me, even though it looks a little silly on my hand. Moving on to my left hand, I have these vines going down, and then this one, just a little heart on my middle finger. On the back of my left hand, I have some Japanese. It's Genkai o Koeru. My Japanese is very spotty nowadays because I have not studied in a year and a half, 2 years. Ever since I took the JLPT and I passed, I was not studying anymore, which I want to get back into it. This is Yami's little catchphrase in Black Clover. It just really was inspiring to me, and at the time, that's what I would tell myself to get through studying. I'd be like, surpass your limits, you know, you did this yesterday, but do more today. On the side of my left hand, I have a safety pin? Yeah, I used to pierce people's ears with safety pins, and I still do. If you want to book me in, I can do it for you. On my right arm, I have a half sleeve of flowers. I had originally gone into the artist and just said I just want a floral half sleeve. However, she was like, that's boring. I'm adding some animals in there. There's a bunny and a squirrel. We're moving into some of my not so favorite tattoos, so keep that in mind. They're not done very well, and also I was just not at a good place when I got them done. So this one's a little mask, and one side is happy and one side is sad, and then it says, I wanna live, I wanna die. Next to it, I have a little postage stamp. It's the Hue Bridge, and I got that done at the same time that I got where is it? I got this. Next, another one that I originally got because I thought it was funny, and I was doing quite a bit of drugs at the time. I don't love it, just keep that in mind, but it is my You're Tripping tattoo. It's on the back of my arm. When I first got it done, the colors were so vibrant, and obviously you can tell if it's a new tattoo or not, and I remember I was wearing a short sleeve shirt so you could see it, and I went into the supermarket, and then I was walking out and I hear this girl chuckling behind me. Turns out she was laughing at my tattoo. She goes, "You're tripping. That's so funny." And I was like, oh my God, this is on my body forever. And again, that does commemorate a time in my life. Not a good time in my life, but a time in my life. Right here, I have a little mushroom guy with some rollerblades on. My friend Katie found that on a TikTok when we were in Washington. That one's matching with my friend Katie. My clock is from the painting The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali. I got that done when I was in Australia, and I just thought it really fit well on my shoulder. I was a little surprised because I went to a Shaky Graves concert a few weeks back. A girl standing right next to me She like turns to see her boyfriend, and I look at her shoulder. I said, we have the same tattoo. She had this exact, it's not filled in the same, but same exact tattoo on the same shoulder. And I was like, girl, what the hell? It was wild to see somebody in real life with the same tattoo as me. I was like, what? I am not original at all. This one didn't heal too properly. The black is like a little faded out just because I think I picked it, or I think it got stuck on like my shirt, and I think the scabs ripped off when it was healing. We're on to one of my favorite tattoos that most of the time I forget about. It's my spider web in my armpit. It does not hurt as bad as some of my other tattoos that I have. Like my shin tattoos and my rib tattoos hurt way more. Anything on the bone hurts a lot for me. I like that it still sticks out when my arm is down. I think it's subtle, but not. I like it. We're gonna get into the mess on this arm. First we have my snake. I like that it goes down on my hand. This is one of the first tattoos I got. I think I got it when I was 18. I got this because a lot of people think snakes are gross. However, I really liked the fact that, you know, they shed their skin and they can start new. On the inside of my arm, I have the Death Tarot card. It fits really nicely into all of my other tattoos. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite tattoos on this arm. I really, really like how it looks. And the Death Tarot card, people think of it as a bad thing. However, death is just starting something new. So in that period of my life, that's how I felt. I thought that I was starting something new. It's a new beginning. I got this one done in Asheville, North Carolina. Next, we have a really badly done 267 on my wrist. That's how many chickens are killed per second in the United States. At least that was the statistic a few years ago. I got that done in a basement in New Zealand by my ex because I just went vegan at the time. That was in 2022. And yeah, that was a really sad statistic for me, so I thought that that would keep me on track. Right under that, we have a really badly done swirl. I got that matching with my friend Sophia when I was 18, and I went skydiving with her. Another one of my favorites is my ship in the bottle. I think it's done so well. It's supposed to represent travel to me, and I just really like how it fits on my arm. Next is a random little fine line tattoo that I got in Thailand. It does not match with anything else on this arm. I went with Apple on the back of her motorbike to get that done. I was definitely overcharged, but we do love Apple for giving me a tattoo. We have a little spider right here. That's mainly just fill-in. However, I do really like Spider-Man. Next to my little spider, I have a fortune cookie with a little 13 coming out of it. I didn't realize I have 13 tattooed twice, but I guess I do. This was a Friday the 13th tattoo. It was just on somebody's flash. Going up to near my elbow, I have this like girl with wings on her head. Again, this is just a flash tattoo. When I was younger, I just wanted as many tattoos as I could get, so I would like literally roll dice to get tattoos. If you watch part 1, a lot of those tattoos are a lot more meaningful to me. These are more of my older tattoos, so at the time, as I said, I just wanted to get as many as I could. We're on to my one and only cover-up tattoo. I've only covered up one tattoo in the 8 years I've gotten tattoos, and there's not really a big reason I got it covered up. It was just really badly done, and it was, again, one of my very first tattoos. It just said, "Yes, I'm changing." You can still kind of see the outline of like the G. That's just a Tame Impala song. Again, I really related to it when I was 18 and going through a bunch of changes. However, as I said, it just didn't match on my arm, so now I just have a big black line going through, which correlates with all of like the fill-in up here. So all the lines you see up here are just fill-in, and then it is a cover-up for this tattoo as well. I have a cute little strawberry with eyes instead of seeds. Again, that was a flash tattoo. I don't know what to call this area of my arm, but I have 2 hands exchanging a love letter, and I got that done in Phoenix, Arizona. That mainly just symbolizes like how important connection is, because at that point in my life I was secluding myself and thinking that it was safer to be alone. However, I do think connection is so important in this life, and that's what that's there to remind me of. This little flower, again, was flash. It didn't heal very well, which I don't love, but I like that it looks kind of like a spider web. Next is an alarm clock that's snoozing, and the time on it is 0. Again, just a flash piece. Coming to the very front of my arm, I have a little popsicle ghost, like right in the center. It was done very poorly by my friend Rain, just because it was her very first tattoo ever, which I am honored to have. I had worked with her at a coffee shop and she had told me that she wanted to become a tattoo artist, so I told her that she could do her first tattoo on me, and she did. It's still raised quite a bit, but that means a lot to me because I got to help a friend out when she was just starting tattooing. Right next to my ghost we have a Bo Burnham tribute. That is from his special Inside. That is the second tattoo I have for Bo Burnham. I talked about the first in my first video. I have the skull of a ram on the back of my arm. I really like this one. I got this one done in Spain. Right here I have a little third eye lady, and it's a very awkward spot, but that was just another flash. Front and center on my arm I have a dagger, and I really like this one. I got it done in Indiana, and I think I got it for like my 20th birthday, my 19th or 20th birthday. Inside my arm right here, I have half of a brain and half of a heart, and there's some flowers growing out of the heart. I really like this one. A lot of people have no fucking clue what it is, especially because it's in this jumbo mess. Make decisions with both your brain and your heart for your best interest. I have a little umbrella here. That was just another flash that I got when I was younger. I have an airplane, again at a very awkward spot right here. That is just for travel, and that was another flash tattoo. If I'm not mistaken, we've made it to the very last tattoo. Thank you so much for watching. This one is really sweet to me. It's cherubs on my arm, on my shoulder. The roses symbolized life for me because roses have thorns, and that's, you know, you can get pricked and that's a bad thing. But the other cherub is still accepting the roses, and that's life, so you accept life for the good and the bad. I didn't fully keep track in my head. I'll keep track when I edit, but I think I'm a little bit over 50 tattoos. Let me know what your favorite one was in the comments below. I will see you next time. Also, even if I talk shit about my tattoos, I still love them and I don't regret a single one. I'll see you next time. Bye!